Hello, everyone. Let's discuss one of the topics in geotechnical engineering, and that is what we call the consolidation. Consolidation is just simply a deformation in soil layer when it is subjected to a different kinds of additional loads in our soil layer. To give you a detailed the definition of your consolidation, the increase in stress caused by foundation or other loads compresses a soil layer. So this compression is caused by the deformation of soil particles, the rearrangement of soil particles, and expulsion of water or air from the void spaces. So, pagka sinasabi natin consolidation, maraming factors that we can consider. First is the deformation property ng ating soil solid particles. Aside from that, there's what we call the rearrangement. Like for example, initially, this is your soil. This is your soil particles in a magnified view. Then, due to loadings, when it is compresses the soil layer, what happens to your soil particles will be rearranged in this format. So it becomes flattened. So that is what we call the rearrangement. Then aside from that, expulsion of water or air from the void spaces. So nare-remove yung tubig o yung mga air gaps natin at nababawasan yung voids, yung ibig sabihin. So that's what we call deconsolidation. Soil settlement or the deformation of soil can be categorized into three. First is the immediate settlement, primary consolidation settlement, and secondary consolidation settlement. Let's define first the immediate settlement. Immediate settlement is caused by the elastic deformation of dry, moist, and saturated soils without any change in the moisture content. So immediate settlement can be computed by this formula. S is equivalent to delta E over 1 plus E naught times H. H is the height of the soil layer that are being considered for the deformation or the settlement of your soil. Then E naught is the initial void ratio uh before the deformation of your soil. Then delta E is the change in the void ratio. That is E final minus the E initial. Then E final is the final void ratio after the vertical load is applied. In a systematic or in a diagram of your soil layer, this is what happened in your soil. So we know that soil contains air, water, and solids. So after applying a load, what happens to your soil will deform. But again, based from the definition, immediate settlement, there's no changes in the moisture content. Ibig sabihin, the amount of water in your soil will not change. And also your solids particles, of course. So there is a change in your air voids here in the soil when it comes what we call the immediate settlement. So that is the basic definition of the immediate settlement. Now, let's discuss another category of the settlement, and that is what we call the primary settlement. Another type of consolidation is the primary consolidation settlement. Primary consolidation settlement is caused by the volume change in the saturated cohesive soil due to expulsion of water that occupies the void spaces. So let's take it in the view of the soil diagram. Since it is saturated, so there is no air void, so it only contains water and then soil solid. And when we apply a load at the top of your soil layer, what happened is your soil will deform, but the amount of water in your soil will be reduced. And that reduction of soil or the water in your soil is what we call this primary settlement. So, sipin natin that yung soil is like a sponge, then merong tubig yung sponge. Then, because of the applied force, or if you try to compress it, nawawala yung tubig. So, that's what happened in your soil particle. So, it happens when, or let's say the primary settlement happens when there is what we call a drainage, or there is a layer of soil above or beneath of that soil layer has a what we call a sandy layer, or there's what we call a drainage pack. So this drainage will help to drain the water when your soil layer, let's like for example your clay soil is compressed. So habang nako-compress siya, yung tubig will move papunta do sa drainage natin. So, nare-remove, nababawasan ng tubig. So, that's what happened in the primary settlement. May drainage tayo. Like, for example, in this diagram, in soil layer. So, nandito yung clay layer natin. And then, due to decompression, water will be moved on the drainage path natin. So, mapupunta siya dyan. So, yun yung tinatawag na drainage natin. Okay, so that's what we call the primary settlement. So, the formula for primary settlement, but there is a condition in computing the primary settlement. Primary settlement for normally consolidated clay is as follows. So SP, or the primary settlement, is equivalent to CCH over 1 plus E naught times log of delta P plus PO over PO. So yung ibig sabihin ng mga variables natin ay CC is the compression index, E naught initial void ratio, delta E is change in the void ratio, H is the thickness of the soil layer, P sub O, that is the present over burden pressure or effective overburden pressure, and delta P is the increase in the effective overburden pressure. So yung delta P, that is the additional load that will compress your soil layer. There's also another case in computing the primary settlement. This is for over-consolidated clays where our PO is less than their PC. In PO is the initial effective overburden pressure, and then PC is the pre-consolidation pressure, and the formula of the primary settlement is as follows. So there are two cases in over-consolidated clays. So case one, uh, if PO plus delta P is less than or equal to your PC, so that is CS times H over 1 plus E naught times log of delta P plus PO over P sub O. Then, for case 2, if PO plus delta P is greater than to PC, so your primary settlement will become CS times H over 1 plus E naught, then log of PC over PO, plus CC times H over 1 plus E naught, then log of delta P plus PO over PC. Okay, so there's a lot of formulas, but later I will show you how to derive all of those formulas in an easier way without memorizing all of the formula. Okay, so again, here are the definition of all the variables in the formula. CC is the compression index. Again, CS is the swell index. E naught, initial void ratio. Delta is the change in the void ratio. E finals minus E naught. And then H is the thickness of the soil layer. P sub O, percent of effective overburden pressure. Delta P is the increase in the effective overburden pressure. And then P6 is the pre-consolidation. Another type of settlement is what we call the secondary settlement. Secondary consolidation settlement is caused by the plastic adjustment of the soil fabrics. It is an additional form of compression that occurs at a constant effective stress. As I said earlier, this is the rearrangement of your soil particles when it is subjected to a force. So secondary settlement can be calculated as follows. So secondary settlement, SS, is equivalent to CA prime times H times log of T2 over T1. And then C prime can be computed by C sub A over 1 plus EP. And then C sub A can be computed using delta E over log of T2 over T1. So the definition of all of the variables here are C sub A is the secondary compression index. Delta E is the change in the void ratio. T1 is the time of the completion of your primary settlement. Then T sub 2, that is the time after completion of the primary settlement where the settlement is required. Then H is the thickness of the clay layer. Then E sub P is the void ratio at the end of the primary consolidation. Or simply, we can just subtract the initial void ratio minus to the change in the void ratio. Then, for the computation of the compression index, based on the laboratory procedure, when we are trying to graph the change in the void ratio and then the additional pressure in your soil, we can compute your compression index by using this formula. That is E minus E prime over log of delta P plus P sub O over P sub O. By the way, E prime representing the final void ratio. Then, as you can see here, once we applied a load in your soil, your void ratio, of course, will reduce. But in this manner, first, when there's amount of or there's an increase in your pressure, there is a certain point that it curves very slowly, and then at a certain point, it will uh, increase the change in the void ratio. So from a very gradually decrease in your void ratio, it becomes faster in the decrease of your void ratio. So that is the laboratory procedure when we are trying to find out ano yung compression index ng ating soil. Then, next is there are some engineers or professionals that suggest formulas. This is just an empirical formula for the compression index. So Skempton from 1944 for undisturbed place, that CC is 0.009 times LL minus 10. LL is equivalent to your liquid limit of the soil. So actually, there are some other engineers or pioneers that formulate some empirical formulas in the computation of the compression index. So these are based on the laboratory procedures. Then they try to correlate different type of properties ng soil, comparing with the compression index of the soil. The next, meron din tayong tinatawag na swell index. The determination of the swell index is important in the estimation of the consolidation settlement for overconsolidated place. In most cases, the value of the swell index is between 1/4 to 1/5 of the compression index. So actually, there are some books that they said that compression or the swell index uh, is ranging from 1/4 to 1/10 of your compression index. But generally, uh, this one index is approximately 1/5 of your compression index. Okay, then these are the definition for the consolidation of the soil. So we have what we call the normally consolidated. The meaning of the normally consolidated is based on the history of your clay. So pag sinabing normally consolidated, the present effective overburden pressure, also known as the effective in situ stress, is the maximum the soil has ever experienced. For example, this is your soil. There's no changes with the load. Just simply the soil has not yet experienced different type of loading. Kumbaga, talagang yan na yun talaga. Let's say ito yung clay layer natin. Then the only loads that your clay layer experience is the weight of the soil above. Then the effective in situ stress or the effective stress and this clay layer, that is what we call your overburden pressure or the present overburden pressure. That is your P sub O. Then, overconsolidated naman, the present effective overburden pressure is less than that which the soil experienced in the past. So, meaning that um, yung ating maximum effective past pressure um, is what we call the pre-consolidation pressure. So, ganito nangyayari pagka over-consolidated na yung ating soil. Sabi dito, no, the present effective overburden pressure is less than that the soil experienced in the past. So, ibig sabihin, yung pre-consolidation pressure natin, ito yung parang initial na pressure na na-experience ng soil natin. So, ibig sabihin, ganito siya, ito yung clay layer, then meron na siya existing structure. So, ibig sabihin, natutulak niya na ngayon yung clay layer natin. But, halimbawa, pinalitan yung structures na nandyan. So, nangyari, na-release ngayon yung stress doon sa ating clay layer. So, yung initially, that is what we call your pre-consolidation pressure. Then, pagka-release, pagka-alis ng pre-consolidation pressure, then, uh, nagkaroon ulit tayo ng additional load ulit. No, actually, yun yung ibig sabihin ng over-consolidated eh. Kumbaga, may initial na loads na siya, inalis mo, naglagay ka ulit ng load. So, yun na yung ating tinatawag na uh, over-consolidated, and meron na tayong present overburden pressure. Ito na yung nangyayari na in the present, no? Kumbaga, ni-remove na to, then yung by present, ano na yung effective stress niya? Present, no? So, ako na isap o dito without the structures. Again, pagka over-consolidated, meron na siya na-experience na stress or pressure from the past. Then, over-consolidated ratio or OCR can be computed by this formula. OCR is PC over P sub O. Then, if OCR is equivalent to 1, meaning that the soil is normally consolidated. Then, we can try to simplify the formula for the primary settlement. So, there are a lot of formula that involves in the primary settlement, and it is based from the value of P sub O and then your PC. So, ganito siya for normally consolidated. It is just simply that let's draw yung ating pressure. So, sabi natin that initially, this is your initial pressure or the present effective overburdens pressure sa P sub O. So, kung nagkaroon tayo na additional na pressure, so therefore, yung stress mo will increase from P sub O to P sub O plus delta P. Okay? So, therefore, in between this pressure, dito nag-occur yung ating primary consolidation. And then, that formula for the primary consolidation that is CC over 1 plus E sub O H times log of. So, yung formula dito natin sa log is based on the position of your pressure. So, kung ano yung nasa ibabaw, yun yung dito sa ating diagram, yun din yung nasa ibabaw ng formula. And then yung sa baba, yun yung nasa baba ng log natin. Okay, next. For over consolidated, then may sinasabi dito that yung P sub O natin, it should be less than to pre-consolidation pressure natin. So, ganito siya. Meron tayong dalawang case. So, one case is ganito. So, initially, P sub O nandito. And then, yung P sub O plus delta P ay nandito. Of course. Then, let's say, yung PC natin ay nandito. So, tama naman that P sub O is less than tier PO. Again, syempre, no? Syempre, dapat nasa taas yung PC natin. Kasi nga, yung P sub, sabi nga dito sa over-consolidated, P sub O is less than tier PC. So, ngayon, as you can see, yung PC natin, or the pre-consolidation pressure is more than to the amount of P sub O plus delta P. So, kumbaga, mas mabigat pa yung na-experience ng soil natin. So, therefore, the effect of this pre-consolidation pressure will give us a primary settlement of, so instead of compression index, ang gagamitin na natin ay yung swell index. Again, mas mataas kasi yung PC natin doon sa yung additional loads na na-experience ng soil natin. So that is CS over 1 plus E sub O H log of so as you can see here in the formula, yung nasa taas natin, ito na yung kinonsider natin mula sa taas hanggang sa baba. Since isa lang yung ating kinonsider, hindi na natin ito kinonsider. So, yung nasa taas yung gagamitin natin and then yung sa baba ay yung P sub O. So, ito yung pinaka-formula ng primary consolidation. That is your case number 1. The next, for your case number 2, ganito yung isura niyan. Ito yung P sub O natin plus delta P. And then, ito naman yung P sub O natin. So, yung PC, instead of nasa taas, no, nandito naman siya sa in-between, no, yung PC natin. So, ibig sabihin, mababa yung initial na pressure na experience ng ating clay layer. Then, yung additional, yung bagong loads naman na may experience ng ating soil is mas mabigat. So, therefore, there is a difference in the settlement in between these two layers. So, yung formula natin, at this point, again, this is based from the additional loading. So, therefore, ang gagamitin natin dito ay CC. Then, dito naman sa baba ay since based from the pre-consolidation pressure, so gagamitin natin ay yung CS natin or yung swell index. So yung formula natin ng primary consolidation ay, so sa taas muna, that is CC over 1 plus E sub O times H log of, so in between yan, dalawa yung ating formula. So that is between P sub O plus delta P over PC. Then, plus C sub S over 1 plus E sub O H log of. So, in between, no? Ito siya. So, that is between PC and E sub O. So, ganyan natin pwedeng i-memorize ngayon yung formula ng primary settlement. So, madali lang siya. So, just take note kung paano natin matatandaan yung mga formula without memorizing. No? So, it is based from the position of your pressure na na-experience sa na.